Alright, so let's talk about Avarice. So I've got my general mechanics. I've got my movement, my jumping, my dodge rolling, my attacking, and my picking up of items. Let's talk about the treasure distraction, which allows the player to use the treasure that they collect in combat to distract enemies that allows the player to get an opportunity to strike. The second one is box moving. Towards the end of the third area that the player enters, they get an item that allows them to move boxes, which they will then use throughout the rest of the level to proceed. The third mechanic is canteen refilling. The canteen the player uses to heal themselves when they take damage, but it has a limited amount of uses, so they can refill it at a fountain to continue healing. Now I've got two types of enemies. I've got the smaller rotters, I call them. They have 4 health, and their AI revolves around just hanging out just outside of the player's attack range and waiting for a moment to strike. They're very deadly in groups. Then we have the second enemy, which is a behemoth. They have double the amount of health for rotters, and they don't really care as much about the player's attack range due to how big they are and how much health they have. Now, for the puzzles, I've got 3 major ones. One is Crest, the Crest puzzle. The player sees this immediately once they enter the cemetery. And then the 3 mains puzzle and the Create a Path puzzle. Both these 2 puzzles here have to be solved to open the way to the Crest puzzle. So the 3 mains puzzle revolves around 3 blocks and 3 statues. Two of the statues have blocks on top of them that need to be brought down to ground level and then plugged into the base beneath each of their respective statues. And then the third block array starts in one of the statues, but you have to use it to get to one of the other blocks and then replug it back in. Now once that happens, the ground beneath it breaks, as well as the fountain turning on, which is the signal that you've completed the puzzle. Second puzzle, Create a Path, is just as it seems. You have a path in front of you, but it's covered in thorns. You have no way forward. So you have to go to each opposite side of the area you're in and push blocks into the center, thus creating a path, which then you would go and plug in another block at the bottom of a statue and turn its respective fountain on as well. And now once both of these are on, you return to the crest area, and the gate will be down, and the player is able to pick up the crest and then leave through what I call the escape, which leads all the way back to the starting area, and the game is over.